Thank you for tuning in to the Phoenician Star. My name is Eva, and we're going to begin by taking 4 deep breaths to ground the energy as well as allow yourself a moment to breathe. We're going to go in through the nose and out the mouth. 1, 2, three, and 4. All right, we're just going to see what comes out. I don't have anything in particular that I want to ask. Okay. So we have the Judgment in the upright, the Knight of Wands in the upright, and then the Nine of Wands in reverse, as well as the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And give me just a moment. You need to stop waiting on a sign. You're waiting, I feel like, the majority of people watching, you're waiting for the universe to like get a certain number on the clock. Um, you're waiting for like a certain animal, your spirit animal, to show up when you look outside. You're waiting on the Lord. You're waiting on the Lord to give you a sign. You've got to stop waiting. And you have to stop waiting because you've already been given permission. And then sometimes when we wait on signs, synchronicities, when we're waiting on the Lord, what we are doing is taking responsibility and accountability off of ourselves. We don't want to have the responsibility of making a major decision in our life because we don't have to blame ourselves if it doesn't work out. Not everything is going to work out. Don't blame God. Don't blame the devil. Don't blame, the universe. Sometimes you have to take a chance and it doesn't always work out. Stop waiting on your sign and go for what it is that you want. I feel like the majority of people watching make good decisions. They reason out everything. They can even overanalyze. And that's fine. But you need to know that's what has allowed you to make good decisions up until this point. Stop waiting on a sign, say your prayer, and go. And you're not going to be able to please everybody. So I want you to, if you're doing that, my goodness, a lot of cards came out, but I feel like this deck is really jumping, today. But if you are waiting to make sure that you can cover everybody, please everybody, there's something about the number 4 also. There's something significant about the number 4, but you're not going to be able to please everybody. Do what speaks to your heart, as long as it isn't hurting anybody else, and go about your business. Um, You got the Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Sun. There's something that needs to be reset, or it has already been reset. The Page of Wands also came out. There is somebody playing catch up, with you, and that's not good or bad. I don't sense it being good or bad. I'm not sensing a copycat. I'm not sensing like somebody, oh well, I'm gonna do this, too. And you know what? Sometimes we share ideas. Sometimes we all want to do the same thing, but we do it differently. That's the beauty of being a unique individual. It's fine. Nobody can do what you're doing. Nobody can speak the way you speak. Nobody can draw the way you draw. Nobody can move the way you move, but they're allowed to move also. You don't want anybody to stop walking just because you're walking too. Everybody can walk. I know that that's a mundane example, but you get what I'm saying. I'm going to open up the a channel for healing for those of you who need mental, spiritual, or physical or emotional healing during this time. Reiki is a universal healing energy that comes to where you are. It meets you on your level. It helps you mentally, physically, emotionally. I think I just said that, but you get what I'm saying. If you don't want this, then you don't have to accept it. It'll kick off to somebody else in the universe who wants it. But for those of you who are open to it, who are open to being supported spiritually, then this healing is for you. Give me a moment to open it and I'll tell you. Well, wait, I'll tell you why first. Because of this reset that needs to happen, somebody's nervous system needs to reset. Somebody's brain waves needs to reset. The way somebody looks out on life, their outlook on life needs to be reset. The way that they look inward, the way that they see themselves and their abilities, capabilities, and all that other good stuff, what they see in themselves needs to be reset. That's why I feel the need to open the healing channel for you to get whatever it is that you need. So give me a moment to do that and then we'll start reading again. Children of light, there's a straight line of people, like all of us kind of spiritually joined across the world. That's weird. I don't know if I explained that right, but okay. You're just not by yourself. You're resetting, and a lot of other people are too. You're not by yourself. Okay. Some of you need to listen to what is being told to you because somebody is trying to let you know what's going on behind your back. Somebody is trying to pull you out of a denial state. Now, that's not for everybody. For some of you, you need to stop listening to what everybody else has to say. But in order to do this, in order to know which one of those messages are for you, you need to do some inner work. You need to kind of look back on your life and see, okay, have I made good decisions up until this point? Am I hurting anybody else? And be honest with yourself. If you're a shit person, then say that I'm a shit person. I kind of need somebody to tell me the truth, and I need to listen. If you're not, a shitty person, then I'm not talking to you. Then to you, I'm saying don't pay attention to what other people are saying. Go with your heart. Go with the flow. There is someone who has been emotionally manipulative, and they're being turned on their heads right now. Like their karma is coming back in some form. I don't know whether or not they realize that this is that the reason that they're having a hard time is because they have emotionally manipulated others. But that is what it is. They are being totally turned upside down, and I feel like this upside down has an aspect of healing to it. So maybe they'll heal through it if they're smart. But the fact is that they're going through something. Their life is not easy right now. There's somebody else giving them the blues. There's somebody else giving them the blues. Okay, you got the Nine of Swords that came out, the Seven of Swords, the Death card, and the Six of Pentacles. Two things. Um, for one, you need to understand that nothing is chasing you. Nothing is behind you, threatening you. Nothing is, there's nothing for you to really fear. Are we all gonna, die one day? Yeah, yeah, okay. But there's no reason for you to be in such a state of fear that you are not living up to your full potential. Um, there's enough hiding behind the shadows. There's enough talking yourself out of stuff. I'm getting the sense of someone who needs to tell their inner critic to shut up. Um, I'm also seeing that you may come there's something about your essence that jolts people, and they don't know whether to be offended by you or to appreciate you. And if they haven't done any shadow work, then they are going to be really offended by you. And if they've done, a decent amount of work on themselves, then they're going to appreciate your honesty, your essence, the way that you walk, talk, act, whatever. But there are some people, as I said, who have not worked on them, who haven't worked on themselves at all, and they are in a state of denial, and they are emotionally manipulative, and that offends them that you can see through them. You're giving them spiritually, it's like you're giving them you're doing work in the spiritual world that you don't even see or recognize. And your your spirit is giving them the opportunity to change and become better humans, better spirits themselves, to not go back into a state of a karmic cycle. But whether or not they're able to do that is something else. And I need you to know, for those people I'm talking to, I need you to know that you can't make them. Like you're not Captain Save a Hole. You're not Super Save a Hole. You can't save everybody. All you can do is show up, be yourself, and let other people decide for themselves what they want with their life. If they are not a person, if you feel like that shadow is too big for you, then you need to leave them alone and get away from them. Um, it's like you're giving people a way out. It's like you're spiritually, there is work being done in the spiritual background that you don't even realize that you're doing, but you are leading people through the darkness with the torch. Now, whether or not they follow you or go back into further darkness, that's going to be up to them. You just keep going. You got the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. There is somebody playing catch up. There's somebody who you are mentoring, who you're meant to mentor. This could be, I don't know if I said this, earlier, but like, what are you giving birth to? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to say? Do you want to teach? Do you want to write? Do you want to paint? Do you want to be a public speaker? What is it called? A motivational speaker. Whatever it is that you want to do, that you're supposed to be doing, somebody is supposed to learn something from you. At first, I saw it as just like one person, like, okay, they're a little behind the viewer. But this is more than one person. This is like a class. Yeah, you got a lot of gifts. You got a lot of abilities. Stop looking at them, okay? Stop just staring at your degrees, at your skills, at your abilities. You know them well enough now. Just go with whatever thought that you have in your mind, whatever it is that you have it set on your heart to do. Just go. Just do it. Stop waiting for the go ahead. You've already been given that. It's like it's harvest time. Yeah, then the six of swords came out. Just go. Whatever you're waiting on, whatever sign you're looking for, stop looking for it. Just go. I'm not telling you to get up and like skip town and you don't have no money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like whatever creative venture that you have on your heart to share with the world, just go. Just do it. Yesterday, I witnessed a mama bird pushing her baby out of the nest, and it almost scared me because like the bird hit my car, and all of a sudden, bam! And I turned around, and I turned around and I looked, and like it was like this baby bird kind of looked like it was hurt, and at first I kind of panicked because I didn't want it to be hurt, and I was gonna feel compelled to help it, you know. So I watched it for a while and it kind of, fluttered about and walked around on the hood of my car. And then the mama bird comes over and, they converse or whatever it is that birds do. And then she takes off flying. And he waits a second and then he takes off flying behind her. It could have been a, girl, I don't know. But the thing is, don't stop waiting to be ready because it's never going to be a perfect moment. You're going to have to be pushed out of the nest. If you don't go ahead and go, maybe you will be pushed out of the nest, but it's time. You can fly. You don't have to wait. Thank you for tuning in and follow your own star.